Tumpes Olelholia not only understands the properties of each plant, but he also knows the delicate art of combining them for maximum effect.
It freshens our bodies and it's good medicine. In fact, it treats like 7 illnesses.
One of the most fascinating aspects of Maasai herbal medicine is its preparation. Olelholia meticulously blends the herbs, often using time-honored techniques. He prepares the herbs by heating them in a pot. He then mixes them with a soup made from goat heads and lets the mixture simmer. The soup adds a unique flavor to the herbal mix, making it more palatable. Bitter medicine can be tough to swallow, he says.
Our ancestors passed down this wisdom to us. I was a community warrior, and while in the forest, I learned the art. Each plant has a purpose: to heal, to strengthen, to purify.
Kashu, a primary school teacher, is happy that the world is realizing the importance of traditional medicine in enhancing global health.
Compare us and also the Chinese. They're using medicine. So it's only that we've not compared it medically, but in actual sense we see, because if I'm sick and I'm taking this one, then I get healed. So what else do I want to? It's just like the other one from the hospital.
They say that some of the herbs you use are yet to be scientifically proven, and hence their medicinal value are not established. What is your take on that?
Even if science investigations are done on my herbs, I am sure they will be given a clean bill of health. And if they are found unfit, I will accept, but I am certain they are okay.
Welcome again to another episode of the WSXM podcast, where a united Africa is an undefeated Africa. So, this and the video that I saw there earlier, this Kenyan bush doctor, and I understand what he's doing, because, and I want to explain how I understand. Not every and anyone can become a bush doctor, because it's a very unique skill. You have to know, as I said in the video, what to boil, what not to boil, what to steam, what bushes you can mix with others so it doesn't become toxic and all that. So it's always an age-old African way of healing people. And when the Westerners came over and demonized this practice and call it voodoo and call this witch doctors, that's all there were bush doctors who understand the earth, understand the trees, what they to use to help themselves back then, before modern medicine take over. That's why it blows my mind when I see these. The Western world always saying the malaria and elephantitis and the Ebola and all these sicknesses coming out of Africa. When these sicknesses are designed in a lab and tested on the African continent, which is being documented and multiple times on multiple documentary, where they release these things in certain population and to test it. And they even did it during World War II with black people in the Tuskegee. If you can't remember the Tuskegee airmen, they did experiment on them. It's not new, it's documented. So when they introduce synthetic diseases, biologically designed diseases, it's very difficult for herbal medicines to counteract a synthetic disease, when you need a synthetic remedy, a synthetic cure for a synthetic drug. And naturally born diseases can be cured by naturally grown products. I mean, it's not products, naturally grown bushes and flowers and trees all over the continent, all over the world, where you can use. Perfect example. Why I said I can understand this. I grew up not using medicine. How? Because my father, good friend, was a herbalist. So when I grew up drinking all kind of different mixes of herbs and bushes up to today. Whenever I'm getting sick, I'll call my father. He'll tell me what to mix, what leaves to get, what bushes to get, what to boil, what to blend, what to steam, what to crush, and so on and so forth to blend. That's why up to this day I don't have any allergies. I don't have any allergies. I never grew with allergies. I've never been sick to the point where I have to go to the hospital to get meds. I have to get, my leg was broken, but that's different. But I don't get sick like people. I get the cough and the cold and the common flu, but again, I use herbal remedies from olden days to do this. So I've seen the guy mix and blend different plants and even tree bark. I used to go with him in the mountains. I used to take the barks off the trees and tie them up and bring them back down to his home, and then he put some to dry. Some have to be drawn, some have to be still green. So it's a I've seen it firsthand, and I've seen it help thousands of people throughout my lifetime growing up with this herbal doctor. We have more than one of them in Jamaica. So as again, it's something. It's not anyone can do it, and there's techniques in it, in mixing it and boiling it, and the whole curing of it, and how long it should sit before you can drink it, or how long you can have it put down before you can use it, or if you can just use it and then, you understand, for it, or you have to leave it to ferment. It's a whole process, and I understand it, and that's why I always rather, up to this day, use herbal based medicine, as in not the ones I buy in the shop, but like from actual herbalists who, in the Caribbean, we have a lot of those. We have, every country in the Caribbean has these guys, just like in Africa. Most tribes in Africa has these herbalists. But again, they introduce man-made illnesses, and they modify them and biologically use them as weapons, and then release it, and then that's why it doesn't work as much. And the Western media demonize herbal doctors, especially in Africa and African continent, as witch doctors, as voodoo. Is perfect example. Growing up, we used to, as a kid, we used to run around in the bushes. Americans call it forest. We call it bushes. And we used to go out and just play all day, and we eat all different kind of fruits, from the soursop fruit. It's a fruit that they know. The soursop is just pick it off the tree, eat it when it's ripe, of course, and when it's green. And sweet sap and all different kind of fruits. Most Caribbean people would know what I'm talking about. Jackfruit, all these great fruits we can just eat, pick it right off the tree. Now, decades later, they have doctors now saying the same food we used to eat prevents cancer, or it fights cancer. The soursop, the fruit itself. So I used to eat it as a kid, as just for eating sake. Growing up in Jamaica, we didn't have to buy, in the 90s, 80s, 90s, we didn't have to buy fruits. It was readily available all around us. So things we used to eat is now they are saying, oh, it is good for you, it fights this, it fights that. But we used to eat it as a kid, and we used to told it's good for you. Eat it, our grandparents. So now the world is catching up to these fruits and herbal, naturally grown, non-pesticide fruits and vegetables that we used to eat when I was younger, in the 80s and the 90s. So anyway, thanks for listening. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. If you agree with me, if you must stay away from pharmaceuticals and stick to herbals. Not everyone who says they're selling herbal products is actually selling herbal products. Sometimes they are trying to trick people. You have to find the real herbal doctors, like Dr. Soul. He passed now, and he was a great herbalist. I think he was from South America, Ecuador, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. So anyway, we have a few of them still alive, and we have a few of them that we know as locally. So people, stick to herbal, stay away as much as I can from pharmaceutical. I'm not saying pharmaceuticals does not have its place, it does, but lessen the use of it as much as I can and stick to more natural product that can help actually fight off modern day diseases. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section. As always, tell a friend, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Boom.